Cool.
Our concept of these creatures was to make absolutely certain that they had a lot of character. And we wanted to create creatures that we had never seen before on screen.
We never thought of them as creatures. We always thought of them as people. The whole goal was to try to create an organic universe.
You're always encountering new creatures. Harry sees one of them, he steps back and it's kind of like, wow, is it going to eat me or what? Because there's something really intimidating but mesmeric about it.
Creatures are the wild side of the magical world. They're raw, visceral part of the Harry Potter world.
You've got to believe that Harry is going to get eaten, or fried, or drowned.
We haven't gone to a different world. There is magic in this world, but it's just that we Muggles don't see it, but it's there.
You believe that these ancient creatures could be roaming the English landscape, forgotten by society and culture. There's a world of magic and creatures that lurks beyond the sight of normal people like us.
I say, no underage wizards allowed in today. Shut the damn door!
So rude.
The primary goal is to make it believable. This has got to be grounded in reality.
They're not just fantasy films, despite the fact that Harry fights dragons. I think the reason the books, first of all, and then the films have found such a wide audience is because they resonate with the personal and human story.
We have to stay true to the books and then build on that and hopefully open it out.
Creature design can be challenged, to say the very least. Blank sheet of paper, as intimidated as can be.
For me personally, the most fun part of the job is when I start work on a creature, because you can let your imagination just run riot.
We're thinking, what's it going to have to look like? What's its character? Is it good, bad, intelligent, stupid?
I think we all paint a picture of the creatures of Harry Potter in our minds when we read the books. And the filmmakers go to great lengths to achieve a look that is as close to the book and hopefully as close to everyone's image of that creature as possible.
Welcome to the Creature Shop. And we do things like producing the live-action creatures that would be required to actually be there on the set, and any prosthetic makeups, as well as supplying the visual effects department with painted models.
If it's a sort of organic form, then it probably originated in here.
When people go into the creature shop, they see these creatures they have never seen before except in Harry Potter coming to life. I mean, so much concentrated in this one place is amazing.
I just think the creature department is one of the most imaginative departments that we have here at Leavesden. It's so creative what they're doing, seeing things that they've never dreamed or imagined before, and it's just breathtaking.
Just amazing to touch these things. They can literally just make anything you want, really. It's like the hippogriff is just really cool, and like the Aragog, the big spider, which is horrible.
It's sad that some of those sort of beautiful puppetry things are sort of dying out, but what I think is exciting about visual effects and where it's going now is that it allows you to put a dragon on the top roof of Hogwarts and fly them around.
I always wanted to see the dragons because I remember reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I can picture my room, my bedroom back home, and I was laid there for like 4 days just reading this book. I wanted to see the dragons desperately.
The Horntail Dragon, Paul Catling is the concept artist, and it became apparent very early on that you could take that sort of horny addition and then extend that into the ridge of his back, and so these spines that come off his face and off his neck and his body were an extension of the horned tail. And I think in inventing that, he had latched onto something which is immediately unique, interesting. Oh my God, look at that creature.
The dragon is a great creature to work with because his scale is massive. He's the most aggressive of all the dragons. So really the key to the story was developing this persistence that the dragon had of the chase. It was absolutely single-minded in what it wanted to do. He's not an intelligent creature in the sense of he's just going to go and try and kill you. You know, it's a real sort of rip-roaring sort of ride as far as a sequence to work on.
The great tail is swishing round now!
I think developing that sequence was very exciting for Mike, because I don't think he'd done anything really like that before.
The dragon chase, I couldn't get right at all. And I wandered all over the map. I was going to have the dragon burn down a forest. And everybody was looking at me saying, And that it was also beginning to cost too much. And then it was Jimmy who said, what we're going to do is we're going to have this dragon chase. The dragon is going to go skidding round, and he's going to grab onto roofs, and he delivered this brilliant sequence, which was his invention.
The dragon sequence had to just be something a little bit bigger than what was written in the book, and so when we came up with the sequence of flying around Hogwarts, it really put the pressure on us, because we really wanted to up the ante, basically.
I saw this quivering character that's hung to the edge of the castle like a bat, and you thought, yeah, that's a lovely detail. You believe this dragon is something that's come from the real world, and that makes it even more stunning.
The most important thing was to get across to the audience that Harry was in danger. It wasn't Harry Potter's world, so he had to rise to the task in order to survive.
With the dragon, some of the looks that you see of peril are genuine. There were times when I was actually quite scared, but we have got a fantastic stunt department on Harry Potter who will not let me die.
The big creatures we store in here because there's quite frankly nowhere else to put them. So we have the horntail from Goblet of Fire, and this is a functioning mechanical creature. It has a flamethrower in it that our special effects department constructed, so it can actually breathe fire. With something like the horntail, you read the script and you go, well, it's CG, it has to be. But there's a scene where it's in a cage. There's nothing there that can't be done for real. And so we built a fire-breathing dragon, partly because I've always wanted to build a fire-breathing dragon. Mike loved the dragons. Got some lovely video, and the first time he saw this dragon in the cage, and you could just hear Mike Newell go. It was like a kid in a sweet shop.
Save the right.
You're still looking at the spiders, and then save Aragog.
The first shot we did in the Spider's Hollow, me and Rupert, we were just going to go over the sledge, and we got over there, and there's a 4-ton mechanical spider waiting for us on the other side. And it's got these amazing pincers things. It's really creepy.
I think not.
Aragog worked wonderfully in the book, but it was the one creature in both books that we were all really sort of terrified about designing, because a talking spider gets into a cheesy territory.
Who is it?
So we worked long and hard with our conceptual artists in designing a spider that felt incredibly old, yet a spider that we knew we could keep in the shadows a little bit. I thought that if we were in a brightly lit situation, we would be dead in the water, because the audience would be laughing at this talking spider.
Hagrid, is that you?
I did some illustrations of Aragog. He was based, I think, on a wolf spider. And once you scale up a wolf spider, they're pretty scary-looking creatures. I always thought he should have had white eyes, because he's blind.
You're Aragog, aren't you?
Yes.
In the movie, you see Aragog climb out of his hole and deliver dialogue, and that was all real, that's not digital. It was a complete mechanical beast.
They made an exact replica of what a spider would look like, right down to the hairs and the legs. And the mouth is one of the most repulsive things you've ever seen in your lives. It's just about your worst nightmare come true.
Dan was just going, that's really horrible, I don't like being near it. And Rupert absolutely freaked. And you think, people are not reacting to it with the fear of being near a large mechanical thing. It triggered the same responses that spiders trigger.
I'm really scared of spiders, so I didn't know really what to expect.
But when I saw Aragog, it was really scary because it was massive.
Goodbye, friend of Hagrid.
Can we panic now?
It really did make me feel uneasy. I didn't really like looking at it at all. We saw that scene in the cinema. They kind of added visual effects, all these kind of moving ones on the ground, and it was that I just couldn't. I still can't watch that scene. It's absolutely terrifying.
Hi there, movie lovers. Here's today's Daily Fact. To get to know the 3 lead actors in the Harry Potter series, director Alfonso Cuarón made them write an essay about their characters. Emma Watson, Ron and Hermione went a little overboard and wrote a 16-page essay. Daniel Radcliffe wrote a short summary, and Rupert Grint never even turned his in. If you like my t-shirt, you can get one for yourself at the link in the description.